Hello everyone and welcome back to an outfit haul video. It's been a while. I finished high school last year, so things were messy, but it's all done now. I went to two places. One online, Dollskill, and another called Keiko. If you don't know what Keiko is, it's an Asian sort of aesthetic store, clothing wise, that's in Australia. So to start with, I'm just going to address it. Yes, this is the Nana shin lighter. Yes, the pendant part is real. No, the chain's not. The chain had to be, redone, and I got it for graduating high school with my partner, which is super cool. Yes, it really does work, but no, I'm not going to show you right this moment. So, let's get started. First off, this top is from Keiko. I love it. It makes me feel like I'm like, I don't know, like rude. Like this top's like intimidating, but in like the best way. It's like, what are you looking at? Like, what do you want? I love it. It makes me feel like it's like an elitist top. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm so much better than I actually am. Because really it's just a dark knit stripe on either side and a little bow here that reminds me of like these Supre headbands that I had as a kid. But yeah, it's just like a little bow, and it's a cardigan type material. It's got a light knit to it, so it's not too hot in summer. I wore it today when it's around 25 degrees Celsius. Wasn't too bad. And because it does have these little holes because of the knit, you do have to be careful what kind of bra you might want to wear under it, but it does also make it more breathable. So I definitely would not consider this any form of jumper. And as for the skirt, I got this from Dollskill and I'm in love. Oh my gosh, in this outfit in particular, I feel like an idol, like like a Japanese idol. I feel so cool. It's got these long like harness like little straps here and a tiered skirt like a cupcake, yes, of tulle, because I can never have enough tulle personally. And then it's got these little buckle details here and some rings that I could most definitely and most likely will hang little like plush charms off it, because you know I'm original and creative, and I didn't see that on someone else on Pinterest and thought it looked like the coolest thing ever. So I have a bunch more clothes to show you. Fair warning now, I will be wearing these tights the whole time because it's going to be a bit irritating to change, but without further ado, let's jump into the next outfits. Okay, so this next shirt is also from Keiko. It has a really soft sort of felt-like material. I would call this a stimulation dream. It is amazing. It is a plain white shirt with a slightly longer cut sleeve, which I like. It's loose and it's got two side slits either side to create a bit of cinch in at the waist, which I really like. And it's got a attachment here that's just a little chain, and I don't know if you can see, but there is a little heart pendant there on the end of this asymmetrical chain. I think it's really basic, but it'll match all my extreme skirts like this. Obviously, if I was to wear it like this, I would spend more time and tuck it in and make it look a bit more cool. But since I'm just showing you guys, I thought that this would be absolutely fine. And it's probably what I'd wear like every skirt with. Honestly, it matches and it feels so good. And I know it's just a plain white basic with a little chain detail here, so it's a bit less extreme than what I usually wear. What I do want you to know is that having a plain top basic that is well fitted for your body type will elevate your style and your look so much so. It is definitely worth it, splurging outside the Kmart basic provided you can. On to the next shirt, and this is from Keiko, and this is in one size and the top before was in a small, just in case you're wondering. Please note, I have a lot of leg. I'm 6'1", so there's a bit of size guide for you if that at all will help, because I'm sure all of you are, you know, around my height. Every time I come back onto camera, I'm like, oh, careful, things in your carriage may have moved while you change. Okay, here's the next shirt. I'm fingers crossing it that you can't see my bra. I can't tell from how small my viewfinder is, but let's all hope. I'm wearing a pale like crop top bra that covers things, so I think we should be okay. Which brings me to my first concern about this top. Be careful what bra you wear. This is also from Keiko. It's a 3/4 length, similar to the green one, the first one I showed. It is a rib fabric cotton material. It does have more of a jumper sweater cardigan texture, but it's so airy and breathable. That's part of the reason why it's a bit see-through. You might think, oh, this is a plain white shirt. Look at these sleeves. They're not even that puffy. There's nothing special about. What? Bam! Look at that? It's a freaking bow. It's a silk white bow on the back. Can you see it there? My hair is in the way. Can you see it now? Oh my goodness gracious, look. I love it. It's like, oh, I'm so chill and whatever and sweet and innocent and whoop-bam, glamorous time. It's so fun and I love it and it's so cool, and I love how the sleeves are a bit of a weird length. They sort of go down to here, which is just before like my elbow joint, and they're like puffy at the top, which I don't usually love. However, they're so like baggy around here and they kind of like cinch and stuff that I feel like it kind of flows a bit better than if it was just like, I don't know, regular. And obviously, crucially, all three tops match these skirts. I'm getting ahead of myself. This is the final thing I got from Keiko. All these things were also on sale. So Keiko can get pretty expensive, but because they're all on sale, it was like really cheap, which was super lucky. Okay. My camera got out. Welcome back to YouTube, they said. So I'm pretty sure I was up to showing you the back of the top, so I'm gonna do that now. So just in case, this is the back of the top. It's got a silver cream sparkly bow that is really cool. And it, I think, adds a touch of glamour to an otherwise bleh top. And it's cropped as well, and I think it's really, really adorable. So next up, we have this super awesome, super duper baggy lace dress. I got this in a medium/large from Dollskill. It's a plaid texture, plaid pattern, which you can never go wrong with, and it's adorable. I really love it. I got it in a larger size because I was worried about the length being so tall. It's got two really, really big pockets, which is really cool. It's got a button detail all the way down of black buttons, and it's just really flowy and really light. Do I feel like I'm wearing a tea towel? A little bit. But that's okay. I think it's really, really cute, and with some like high socks or a biker jacket on top and some long necklaces, I feel like it'll like elevate it a lot more than a simple dress. But because it's so loose and because the weather's so hot, I feel like it's a perfect summer dress that won't, you know, bother me in the heat because of like how like big it is and stuff, which is really, really cool. On to the next one. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is this cardigan, and I thought I'd show it off first so I could get a close-up of the print. So when I saw it on the site, I thought that these rips were like part of it, and it was just a loose rip knit, which I love. But it turns out this white underlay you can see here is actually part of it. This is also in a medium large because I wanted it like nice and baggy, but it's got this really warm rib underneath. I have another ripped jumper, pretty much identical to this, but it's a jumper dress, and one of the issues I find with it is that it can get really cold. So I have to layer things over it, but it's not the easiest thing to do because it is a jumper dress. So it can be kind of weather impractical, whether it's too hot to wear in it or it's too cold and all the holes in it don't help keep out the heat. So this turned out to be a perfect alternative. As you can see, like already the sleeves are super long. I love to hide my wrists. I just feel like cozy and warm that way. It feels more like wearing a blanket than a jumper. I'm just going to throw it over the dress you just saw. So here it is on. The sleeves can actually go even longer, which I love. I wanted it like super oversized and like cozy. And the rips are very well placed, as you can see along here, and it's also got some little like pins and stuff in it here or there to really add to the whole like distressed sort of feel to it. I think a big part why I like my sleeves so long and why I like to cover my wrist is I am a notorious fidgeter. So one of the best things for me is playing with my sleeves. I really enjoy it. It gives me something to do, and it can even like calm me down and stuff like that when I feel kind of stressed. Turns out I have to focus a little more on this, that I don't accidentally put the button through a rip rather than a top. Part of the like design rips rather than the actual ones. But here it is. It's super long, super cozy, and this actually is like so warm right now, like oh my goodness. And here's how it looks from the back. I love it. This is like one of my favorite jumpers ever. It's so warm already, like at this time of night. I'm like, oh, it's too warm, get it off, it's too hot. But for winter, which we are going to go into relatively soon with the season change, I love it. And I think it's so cute and cool, and having a versatile thing like a button thing at the top can mean I can have it open as well as a statement piece at the bottom, show a bit of fabric. But because it's also quite like low cut, you know, it doesn't detract from the layering, which I am so obsessed with layering. It's not funny. I kind of like it colder purely because I like to layer. Okay, gonna be real right now. My camera died, so often when I last went to film that I cracked a tizzy and just quit. So it's a new day, but that's okay. We're looking cute, we've got a different makeup look on, and we'll continue. So this dress and sleeve combo is from Dollskill, and it came with something really cool. So I wouldn't usually do this, but this is the tag it came with. It came with a really cool like symbol thing, and I thought it looked awesome. Basically it has these long sleeves and these socks that are here that go all the way down. Well, they're kind of leggings more than socks. They're like leg warmers, I guess. They're sold separately. They cost way too much money, but I couldn't resist. Now this is sold as a dress. On me, it's a long top. So which brings us to the next thing, which is this ripped skirt, also from Dollskill, and it's in white and it's really cute. I really love it, and this is how very like, oh look at that, you know, like sort of thing. And I think it just absolutely looks really great. I'm falling into my cupboard, but yeah. And this is the second outfit. It reminds me very much of Tumblr 2014 sort of grunge era aesthetic, like put on some stud boots, pull a pose, I walk a lonely road, like that. And then you got yourself some outfit inspo on Tumblr. A fun fact, does anyone actually use Tumblr anymore? Because I never left. Okay, so I've just thrown on the top from Keiko once again, just to show you the rest that I have, which are skirts. First off, again, this is another safety short situation. If you don't know what safety shorts are, how does it feel to be able to go into a store, just be like, oh, this will be longer, because I wouldn't know. Okay, so anyway, regardless, this is the next skirt. I love it. It is like a bandeau style Harajuku schoolgirl sort of skirt aesthetic, and it's got a uneven hemline here at the back, which I absolutely love. And another thing, it's got this belt at the front, which is very much reminds me of the early 2000s. This skirt is very close to something I started wearing when I first got into emo fashion. Pretty much identical, with the big chunky belt from like the Y2K area, the tartan and the uneven hemline. However, this is a lot better quality than what I wore, which was like $10 from a fell off the back of a truck store. Anyway, I absolutely love it. I don't think the shorts really like detract from it either. I think the shorts look really good. Underneath and out, I think it adds a fun thing. Of course, ideally it would be longer, but I've been this height for a long time. I think it's safe to say I'm used to it. Okay, so here is the next skirt. I love it. It's got lace and it's kind of that wishy-washy material that might drive some people nuts because of this sound, is why I call it wishy-washy. I absolutely love it. It's very asymmetrical. You can see here it's got a little dangly piece at the front, and then here is the back. It's very poofy. I'm addicted to tulle and tiered skirts and things like that. Yeah, I kind of look like a cupcake, but it's a pretty cupcake, so it's totally fine. And I freaking love it. It's another one that's a bit shorter on the side here. So I definitely wouldn't wear it without shorts, but I kind of like that look. It makes like a bit more dimension and kind of shows off my leg a bit better, which I think is cute. And I've got long legs, so it's an awful hard for me to show them off, whether it be intentional or otherwise. And I freaking love this. I feel like an idol, like I'm going to dance around and be like da, 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 da. But anyway, I hope you guys really liked it too, and on to the next one. So sometimes things can go wrong. For instance, this is broken, so if you're wondering what's going on here, anyway, basically, again, we've got a really short skirt belt with a slit down the side. I think it's more of like a topper skirt rather than its own skirt. I absolutely love it. It's got spikes all over it. You could never go wrong with studded spikes. And here it is from the back. It's a little more sexy than what I typically like to go for, but you put studs on leather and I'm sorry, I'm gonna buy it. I have no control, no impulse control when I'm sad. And this happened when I had a bit of a mental lapse, a bit of a lapse in judgment, and yeah. The good news is, just an FYI, I won't have to return it or anything. They'll give me a partial refund so I can take it to my tailor, who I'm buddy with, because of, you know, needing to get things lengthened and tightened and whatnot from being a genetic abomination. So I'll take it to her and she'll be able to fix it and it'll be fine. But I still want to include it because, well, if any of you still dressing like it's 2003, I thought you deserved to see it. And the very last thing I have to show you is this ripped jumper that I love. These straps down here are just from the dress I was wearing before, by the way, below. But look how long the sleeves are. I love hiding my wrists. I'm such an anxious person. It's got all this beautiful like ripped detail all throughout it. It's got a bunny that's very cute with a little heart and a little bow, which is very, very sweet. And it's just super oversized. It's a jumper dress. It's actually longer than the dress I've got on underneath, but I love it. I love Current Mood so much. It makes them my favorite pieces, and I never have to worry about having to buy things too big to get them taken in so they're long enough, and I could talk about it forever. I'm sorry, but like, this is my first like style video, so I wanted to be transparent as I could with how I look and what I have to do and things like that, because it's not so easy just to buy something off the rack and be like, ta-da. So I just want to be super honest about the things I have to change in order to accommodate my height. But yeah, I freaking love it. I feel so cute like this in winter with some tights and a little beanie. Oh my gosh, it's a grunge fest's dream. I love it. And I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in and staying with me while I do this. This is my first video and I just wanted to thank you all for sticking around, and I really hope that you guys stay and hang out with me some more. Okay, see you later. Who's that little wing? Oh, what are you doing? Right to the editor. I better look hot. Hello.